me matey. Just kidding. Follow me as I run on tropical beaches and dive into emerald waters. Follow along as I search for some hidden treasure and commandeer Her Majesty's defeated galleons. You get the idea. A great pirate game, but a poor Assassin's Creed game. Those are words I'm sure you've probably heard at some other time when Black Flag was the topic of discussion. As a person who never really cared for the first few Assassin's Creed entries, this sentiment didn't bother me one bit. At least Ubisoft knocked the pirate game bit out of the park. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag was probably my favorite game for quite some time back in the day. I loved Edward Kenway as the protagonist, and playing as a pirate was such a thrill. Back in its day, Black Flag was one of the most successful games of 2013, and as of 2020, it had sold over 15 million copies worldwide. So it's safe to say that this game has quite a big fan base. Join me as I take a look just why that may be. Being the fourth older game I've played on my little trip down memory lane, I'm quite excited to see if this game lives up to the nostalgia-filled memories I have of playing it. So far, my foray with Olden and Golden has mostly been good and very enjoyable. Will Assassin's Creed 4 follow this trend? Let's find out. In this retrospective, I'm not going to talk about the story or give away any spoilers for that matter, just in case some of you haven't played this game as of yet. What I will do is delve into the elements of the game I really enjoyed and appreciated, as well as discussing the parts of the game I didn't quite gel with. Is Assassin's Creed 4 worth playing in 2023? And more importantly, would I recommend it? At that, let's get into it. I only started gaming again in 2018 after a 7 or 8 year gaming hiatus. At the time, I had a Dell business laptop that wasn't even strong enough to play Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. So when I eventually upgraded to a second-hand gaming laptop, this, you better believe, was the first game I played, as I've been looking so forward to playing it for what felt like forever. To me, this was the perfect looking game back then. Fast forward to present day, and the art style does look a little bit dated, to be honest, but I still maintain that it's a rather beautiful game. The thing that makes Assassin's Creed 4 so beautiful are the deep blues of the oceans and the skies, as well as the deep greens of the lush jungles. It's incredibly vibrant and very warm. It's so inviting actually, it might just suck you in. The colors are phenomenal. It's very easy to lose yourself in the deep blue seas of Black Flag. Ahoy me matey, let's sail to the next topic. Other than perhaps sailing the deep blue seas, but that's lesser location and perhaps an awesome activity, without a shadow of a doubt, Nassau is far and above my favorite location in this game. But that's pretty obvious. Being a pirate fantasy, would or even could it be any other way? Crested by a massive fort, this pirate colony is ground zero for all things pirate. It's rough, it's rude, and like most other things in this game, it's beautiful. In saying that, the other locations can be just as breathtaking. From roaming the Caribbean towns, to exploring gorgeous islands for hidden treasure, or even attacking enemy forts. This all whilst taking in some history. The historic element being something that Ubisoft have always nailed in each and every of their Assassin's Creed entries. For all Ubisoft's flaws, they have created some absolute gems in the last decade. This was probably their best era, I would have to say, as Far Cry 3 was released a year prior in 2012, mind you. Sailing your ship is about as fun as it gets in gaming. The first couple of hours leading up to when you actually commandeer the jackdaw are a little bit on the boring side, but the game becomes so much more fun after this point. It allows you to explore, upgrade your ship, acquaint yourself with naval combat, which is an absolute blast, and really sink your teeth into the game, which is Black Flag. I must admit, up until this point, I actually was considering canning this game. But as soon as I set aboard the jackdaw, the rest is history, as they say. Hand-to-hand or melee combat sadly is so simple and mind-numbingly boring, it's almost a joke. Whilst the animations look incredible and Edward pulls off some really sick and awesome looking kills, at its best, it's literally as deep as a mobile game. For all the flack the recent Assassin's Creed games get, the combat systems in those games actually feel much better, multiple times better actually, than what they were previously. Combat in Black Flag always feels like you're cheating or you're on guard mode. It's just too easy. Thank God that naval combat kicks ass though. This is sure to be a contentious point, and I suppose this is where I fully relinquish my Assassin's card. I cannot stand stealth, and naturally being an Assassin's Creed game, this game is full to the brim with tail and stealth missions. Missions where you insta-fail when you get spotted. Others might not find this to be a con, but for me, it definitely is. The AI in this game is pretty dumb. There's no other way to put it. It becomes a bit of an immersion killer when you're tailing somebody whilst blending into a crowd, only for the person you're tailing to stare straight at you from inches away. Maybe I'm nitpicking? No, I'm definitely nitpicking. But nonetheless, this game is a lot rougher than I last remember. In closing, did I enjoy my time with Assassin's Creed 4? Most of the time, yes. But that's not to say it's without its flaws. Would I recommend it in 2023? Absolutely, especially considering that a rumor of a remake is making the rounds currently. However, in all honesty, this was my least favorite gaming experience so far, revisiting all the titles, which frankly comes to me as a bit of a surprise, as I have a lot of love for Black Flag. But it's still a bunch of fun if you give it enough time to shine. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments section. And guys, as always, if you're still watching and you haven't subscribed as of yet, now's the time to do so. Have a good night. It's people like you. Cheers.